All right. What's going on, party people? This your man Griff. Woo, heading up to do a quick house inspection and couldn't get to it yesterday, so I'm gonna knock it out before my 10 o'clock. It's about 9:12 right now. So real quick, one of the big questions, okay, I'm going in the right direction. One of the big questions that has constantly been asked of me, and I've heard just period, overall, is about doing this business or like setting your own hours to do the notary business, whether it's loan closings, general notary, apostille, you name it, anything part of this notary business. Okay, Granby. And that you saying, well, you can set your own hours and you can make $10,000 a month. And that is a true statement. You can set your own hours. The issue isn't setting your own hours. The issue is there any business during the hours that you set? Think about that. I know no one has really covered this. I know. This is my first time actually covering it. And when I started thinking about it, I'm like, I haven't heard anybody, none of the notary trainers say this. Because if they had been saying it, meaning you can set your own hours, but will there be business during the hours that you set? And I was like, nah, no one's talked about this. And it needs to be talked about because that's really where it's at. The time in which somebody needs your services as a notary, it may not be at a time that you want to do business. So if you don't want to do business at a particular time, but the person comes to you and say, I want to do business with you, what are you going to do? This is where that W-2 mindset has crept in. And it's like, well, I'm just making sure I'm going the right direction. This is where that W-2 mindset has crept in, where people are like, well, I can only do stuff from 5 to 8 at night. Okay. Didn't say you couldn't. But do anybody want you at 5 to 8 at night? That's the thing. And you can't make every single client that you come across, do business at that time. They may not be able to do business at that time. So if that's the only time you've spent $3,000 to get in this business, and the only time you have is Monday, Thursday, Friday to do this business from 5 to 8 p.m., and nobody is knocking on your door, then what are you going to do? That's the question. What are you going to do? How do you plan on making money? That's the question. That is the big question. So I know a lot of people, there are educators, there are secretaries, there's people who are truck drivers. There's people in all walks of life or work areas of life that say, hey, I think I can do this business. Okay, cool. I do too. But they got limited time. And a lot of people are contacting me now over the last year, over a year now. It's been over a year, excuse me, all of 2023, about almost 100% of the people that have contacted me who work a full-time job have all been asking, how do I do this part-time? Are there orders on the weekend? Is there weekend work to do? What about in the evenings? This, that, and the other. I keep hearing you can set your own hours. And I'm like, you can. You have the right to set your own hours. You just can't set the time in which somebody wants a business. Now here's the measuring stick. And this is for everybody. Okay, everybody, myself included. I want you to think of 50 people that you know in your circle of influence, if you have that many. Some people don't. You may not have that many folk, okay? But I want you to think of 50 people. And if you can't think of 50, even 20 or 10, but let's just say double-digit numbers of people that you can think of that's in your local area, okay? That you are acquainted with, that you are somewhat cool with, your neighborhood, whatever. How many times in the last year have you and them, gotta cross the street real quick. How many times in the last year has you and them gotten some type of document notarized? What is the frequency of you and that group of people getting documents notarized, getting your signature notarized on a document? How often is that happening for you and those people that you know? And I'm not just talking about, I mean, like, okay, yeah, I know this person, I know that person, we talk, we hang out, whatever. How many times have you gotten documentation notarized? And then you think about it, go take 5 or 6 of them and ask those people, how many can they think of people, 50 people, 20 people, and how many times have those people gotten stuff, had the need for a notary? That can tell you how much business you may have in your area. Now, that means what? If they got a lot, okay, cool. But if not, then that means somebody's going to have to do some serious heavy duty marketing. Somebody's going to have to get out there and try to find the area. And then guess what? The area that you actually pull off to the side, got to get my vest on. The area that you actually have to market to get business may not be within in your neighborhood. It may be someplace a little bit further out. And if that's the case, are you willing to travel? You get what I'm saying? So if you're not willing to travel or not in a position to travel 2 counties over, 1 county over, do it early in the day, then how do you plan on doing this business? I'm trying to save you some heartache and some headache, because when you really think about it, everybody got more than one thing going on. And if you're not just focused on this, as some people are, a lot of people are, it can be difficult for you to do. And especially if you don't want to leave your job, you can't leave your job, you got good benefits, you're almost at retirement, all of this, that, and the other. The question then becomes, after setting your hours of business, is there business to be done during those hours? Oh, I can be a Ron notary. Okay, does the person who wants Ron notary stuff want it during the time you are available? Well, I'll do apostille. Is the person who you are trying to help with the apostille available at the time you are available? If you can't be available when they need you, and when they need you is outside of when you want to do this business, when you're able to do this business, then how can you do this business? That's the question that no one is laid out there on the table. This isn't a business where you just hop up, get a notary stamp, and then everybody is flooding to you like, oh my goodness, Rakim got a notary stamp. Oh my goodness, Erlene got a notary stamp. We got to get over to them right now. That is not happening. You have to market, and then you got to ask yourself, what's the frequency of people getting documents notarized? What is it? And then do they want to pay? Because many of you who doing general notary work, you know them folk, they don't want to pay. They really, really don't want to pay. You tell them $5, they like, ooh, five what? Oh, I just thought you were going to do it for free. Why you thought that? Well, the lady at my job does it for free, so why you not there? Well, she quit. Okay, but I'm not at your job. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, I ain't at your job, I mean, well, how much your job paying? Oh, no, it ain't enough. No, I make more doing this. So give me my $5. I mean, you see what I'm saying? So you got to ask yourself, am I able to do this business when the people who need me to do it, can I do it then? They want me to be available at 5 in the morning. Because there's sometimes, you can get a phone call depending on where you live at. I live in a rural area. I live in a really condensed metropolitan area. All of this here. Oh, snap. Oh. I done blocked the trash man. Ooh, scared the mess out of me. Rolled up with that big old arm thing. You know what I'm saying? That's the question. Can you do the business when they need you to do it for them? If you can, you'll be able to make money. And that's what's going on with me. If you can't do it when they need you to, you're going to be pressed. You're going to be very, very pressed to get anything out here. I mean, you're going to be very, very limited. So I just wanted to share that with y'all this morning. I'm going to go knock out my house inspections, and y'all have a great day. Give me your thoughts, your comments your thoughts in the comment section. Hit the like button, share. If you want to be a channel member, hit the join button. If you like the content of any of the videos that I've done, hit the super thanks. Throw your man $1 or $2. Appreciate it. But are you able to do business when they want you to? Because the time that you want to do business, there might not be any business out there. All right. Talk to y'all later. Peace.